Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Let's start to play some Blitz games here. And who wants to play? Send me challenge. Alright, let's trade and take e5. He just trades there. No, that's a weak pawn. I can even not to defend of some c4, queen h4 and g3 won't work. I have to move the king. That's why knight f3 first, and this is weak pawn for me, f4 is weak pawn for him. I think we both of us were gonna lose that. Okay, check. Okay, probably I needed bishop e2 there. Okay, I will try to pressure this f4 pawn here. Okay, let's not castle. If we castle, we would lose that bishop. So rook e1 is coming. That's why it looks like castle, okay? And then we will move the bishop. Let's take. His knight is active, but alright. I think bishop d3 or c4 just attack on his queen. If d3, I don't know, d3 he could take and then the pawn on d4. That's why let's not blunder anything. Then he takes, pawn takes, or even king takes, but not with a queen, okay? Because I will blunder mate here. If I remove my queen from it's d1 square, okay? But I think even pawn takes to bring the rook on this g file. Take h2, let's trade. Okay, now we need some simple position because already his pieces are active. I think h2 even bishop d2 can't be bad. If I take, I will get mate. If I take, and then the knight, okay, anyway, I can't. f3 isn't hang, I believe. What about bishop d2? Yes, bishop d2 to overprotect this rook on e1, so we can move the queen, the bishop, okay? Okay, this pawn, let's not hang. Let's with a check, okay? What about this move? I don't know, he could actually take that anyway. Okay, let's sacrifice the exchange, but still our bishops are really great here. Alright, that's all. That's all, let's play another one. Who wants to play? Send me challenge. I like bishop e7 move here to get out from this spin and some... I don't know, we will see some c5. Lol, king me, yes. That was really great. This first game was really great. Okay, promise. I'm gonna promise don't play bad game like that too. Alright, everything isn't lost here. Just my position were tricky. I just wanted to finish that how fast as I can, okay? Okay, let's bring and trade the queens. Just I'm trying to open this e file to bring the rook. I think moves like c4 and some other won't work. Alright, he can't castle. And c5 and some moves like d4 will open my bishop. Okay, great one. He doesn't need even castle, The queens are traded, shouldn't be any pressure here in his position. Takes, knight is guarding. What about some double the rooks? Yes, he's defending with the rook and now he can castle, but is that only sims? Because bishop a6, Prevent him from castling. Sir, how are you, bro? Take, take pawn takes. What is giving that to me? Okay, and now he can castle. I'm here, but I lose the game today. Alright. I was busy playing Minecraft. Okay, bro, everything is okay. Why you lost Brilliantor? Okay, very sad actually. Yes, your opponent rating how much, Foster? He takes to open the c5 here. Okay, we are trading the pawns. And I need to take the rook or not. I think rook takes and then some rook e8 won't be bad. Okay, I think this pawn is, for him is gonna lose anyway. We will pressure here very much. We see all this coming. c3 is saying, I think knight back. Take won't work. Okay, we should be up 2 pawns and this endgame will be already winning for me, right? If we not blunder some knight forks here. Take is coming, knight c6. I will have 3 passed pawns, I believe. Takes. Okay. These pawns are more strong enough to pressure with each other, right? And this isolated pawn on d5. Takes. Well, let's push that. Okay, what is he playing? I think he's just losing moves here. It's not giving him anything. Okay, how can guard this pawn? You know, that's his pieces aren't bishops, so he can defend this diagonal, okay? He takes guaranteed queen or knight d2. Knight d2 bishop. Bishop c3 he will defend. I will take another, he will defend with another one, okay? Well, let's wait for this move. Takes, knight c3. Yes, from b1 will be unstoppable. He's gonna sacrifice the knight. Okay, that seems winning. I have 4 pawns. Here's knight c7. Alright, let's do that. Knight c7 to guard because the best move should be from going forward, but I preventing him from all that pawns. Who wants to play? Faris Nasser, are you playing or you used to play? Am I doing some sort of blunders or not? Check, he takes, I will check and take on g2, okay? And there is, I believe, no need to play from him. Okay, sponsor isolated and easy targets for me. Let's be sure he can't block. Okay, let's push these pawns forward and be sure that we are keeping 1 pawn for us, okay? I would like to keep these pawns with each other, not lose that easily, you know, everything can happen. Which one I can take? Okay, let's do something like this. King g3, I'm gonna sacrifice the knight. Yes, and let's win with these 2 pawns. When you have only 1 pawn, that's not every time winning for you, you know? But you need to be sure you are not blundering. King h2, g2, doesn't matter. Another one. Alright, that seems winning. Here, king h2. Alright, we are making new queen with another sacrificing pawn, but No, that doesn't matter. Okay, still playing. Don't play positions like this as white, okay? I will be upset at you if you play. Here. Knight from g7. Alright, great game. Who wants to play? Find me on chess.com, send me challenge. And now I'm going to start new game. Brilliant, or do you want to play? Sicilian, let's play. Alright, let's bring the knights and then some t5 can be moved here, why not? I think bishop e3 can be great one actually. b6, knight a4 won't work, but after protect f2 he will try something like knight a4, okay? Knight f6 can be after this, you are doubling your pawns. That's the problem. I would like to play that. But not now, probably. f6 to kick the bishop back. Yes, that was a pin here. You don't need to keep your pieces in that pinning areas, okay? Okay, I'm forcing some pawn trades here to just open the bishop. Okay, it's not taking. Little bit suspicious. Bishop g3 to keep that bishop because, that's really great one. Have really great squares here. e5 takes. Can be, or even force him to trade the bishops. Or d4 kick the knight on e2. a4, I will go bishop back and his knight will be almost trapped on that a4. Okay, let's block his dark square bishop. Yes, his light square bishop can be very active, but still I would like to see this bishop in a very bad square. Bishop check, we will try to trade that bishop with, probably bishop e6 if I defend that. He takes, I take, okay? Yes, this won't be bad. Just if I'm taking d4 is being really a pawn that we will defend hardly. So some like f5 even he will block his position. Okay, let's just bring activity over here. And bishop out to connect the rooks before he takes. I take that. Be sure rook is defended from the rook, okay? Alright, let's try to take. I won't take if he defends, which he's doing. How can I continue this? I think bishop back c4, c5, c4 won't be bad. Or like... Okay, now these white squares are defended from him. We can't do anything about it. We can just try to work on these dark squares, He's getting a little bit weakness here. What about just try to ruin his queen side? My pieces are so active there. What is a4 doing? I think that's not doing anything great in this position. Queen b4, and we need to be sure he is not kicking my pieces. So forcing me to go back, okay? Let's be sure that's not happening. Some bishop e1 and try to bring it on. b2 won't be bad actually. Yeah, probably we needed to go back if we missed. Okay, bad one here. Okay, we remove that light square to just taking this. And then we are trying to get a passed pawn. He's up exchange, but what is that doing? c4 queen takes and some d3. I don't like any trades here. I think I'm gonna try to bring the knight. How we can guard this pawn? He's already guarding. I have really great first, that's why I'm still not resigning here. So I think I can push. Take my construction will be damaged. If break, I'm gonna blink the knight. Blink the knight takes, pawn takes. Alright, I can even try to push this t-pawn. All these are closed. I will wait until he will remove the rook because, you know, the rook on a4 is doing nothing. So probably he's gonna move that after some move. This won't be made, but f6 will be hanged. That's why h8, okay? Well, he's trying to kick my queen from that g7, where he's trying to mate. Check, king moves d2. And I will remain only one move to make a new queen here. Yes, and my bishop will be really great protector. How can I just break through this position and bring my queen for that e1, for example? Rook back. Okay, I waited for that move. Okay, that really means being up a piece. If I could defend with my bishop, that should be great. Okay, bro. Let's Philippines play. Next one I will play, okay? Okay, I mean right now. That d2 was pressured, so you know, if my bishop were on c3 I could defend it. Now I can't. Let's resign anyway. Okay, bro, I'm waiting for your challenge. Philippines, send and let's play. Okay, I am not finding your account, please send. Alright, please, this is my Twitch channel, who has Twitch, follow me from there, okay? I'm doing streams every day there. Okay, Philippines, where are you? Okay, I think that should be a problem that you are not sending. Okay, next one, I will play with you, so be sure you are sending, okay? Philippines. Okay, let's bring the bishop, even pawn takes won't be bad. Pawn takes and then some e5 move. Queen could take, actually, queen should be active, but queen b6 isn't bad for queen. e5 takes, and some like e4 here. What he's not doing here. Alright, he went back, that's lose move for him. I'm taking, and from e4 may fork here. Okay, that's why bishop back. If I go forward, I will let his knight to jump on d4. Rook d8 probably, you know, that's the same line as queen. You practice? Ah, great one. I think you practice from what I said to you, okay? That should be helpful. Well, Philippines, after this, please send me challenge, okay? I'm not finding you. I have almost 200 friends. I'm not finding you. I could take this pawn, but I noticed that if pawn is gonna lose, d5 should be weakness, d5 should be open. So let's see. I think b3 will be a little bit overextended. Rook b1 is more simple, which is playing. Knight takes, I will lose the pawn on e5. Pawn takes. I would like to open this d-file and pressure the queen. Force it to go back in a really bad square there. Knight takes. e5 could be hang, okay? Okay, pawn takes and kick the knight back in a bad square. If a4, that's even a4 is a little bit forward, but for sure that's not doing anything great. Here back won't work. I think c3. He's almost gonna lose his knight. c3, b3, Zamos. Alright. b5, knight back. I have a trick here. Knight d5, he will take a pawn. I will go b5, okay, b5 won't work. I would like to kick the knight and work from c3, okay? Okay, next one I can go b5. So knight b2 will be only one, knight c3. And, I have some pieces that aren't active. We need to be sure we are bringing all that. Okay, that's the pin he need to get out from there, otherwise knight g3. Knight g3 he can't take, his queen should be pressured. Yes, I think knight g3. Even he could take anything here just because his queen were under attack. He could take the rook, but the difference queen takes can be. What about knight b4? Knight b4, I think queen f3 back. Alright, he can't take, nothing is hang. Queen d1 or queen f3? Queen f3 I am forking, he's taking the bishop, the rook. And that should be trade. I should trade my two pieces against the rook, but that's can't be good. Let's not lose our two pieces here just for the rook, which is almost doing nothing on that b1. The fork is coming anyway. Can I some like g5? f4 is protected from my queen and bishop. Alright. Fork. He's taking the bishop. Can he check? Can he check from b3? Okay, he hasn't checked. Probably he thought he has, but for sure he hasn't. Because all these white squares are guarded from his queen. Okay? Well, I'm gonna take exchange from his position. Which rook? I think this rook, because some rook e1 check, rook takes, I will take this, but if in this position, if rook on f1, rook a1, he doesn't have to take. That's the whole problem. Okay, some checks won't work. His knight on a4 is doing nothing. That's why I said that's really doesn't need him to bring it here. Okay, we are up exchange. We are up. How many? Okay, no pawns. But his plus pawn looks like 3 pawns. Why not? Takes d3. Alright, that was tricky one. We needed to bring, I think, one move before this king square that he can't check, okay? I think I will win this anyway, but after rook e1. Well, rook e1 check, I will force him to take. If not take, he will lose a queen. So I think he needs to put pressure, like, which he is doing, what he is doing, just. That should be a mistake. He needed to bring the knights and pressure d2, so if knight f3 just before queen g4, okay? I couldn't go rook e8 because that pawn is gonna lose for me. Oh, this is coming. I am protecting this with two different pieces, and if even with the knight. Yes, even the knight jump can't work, which, before queen g4, which is actually blunder. That would work. Oh, hello, bro. So you are finding me 1,000,000 times? Okay, why that's so hard to find me? Didn't you follow our last time? Alright, he lost. He lost with back rank, my pawn was tricky there. Okay, who wants to play? I haven't challenges. I am Ran Ahmed Zoda. Do you want to play? And please don't forget about like chat. Philippines, are you here? Okay, let's wait some seconds, and if there is no, we will play new one. I subscribe. Alright, thank you, bro. Bobby Fischer was Magnus Carlsen. Uh, I think in his era, Bobby Fischer was really legend. Magnus Carlsen is just okay. I am Ran Ahmed Zoda. Okay, thanks. I'm waiting for your challenge. I think Magnus Carlsen just Stockfish could even help some grandmasters, which we are talking about our era, okay? But in Bobby Fischer, there wasn't Stockfish, there wasn't even openings, you know? They can't get trick with England Gambit. If you know, you know. You know, that was so tricky, and, you know, that depends from self-study, not right now. So I like Bobby Fischer a little bit modern, little bit more, I'm gonna say. Who do you want? Who do you like the most? Okay, let's bishop e7 to just prevent some sort of checks. You know, bishop e6 just knight e5 and... No, this is gonna hang this bishop where on e6, okay? I am giving him really great pawns, which is hitting the center. Let's not do that. Okay, now some knight jumps, bishop jumps should be great here. Okay, I'm gonna bring these pieces because that's actually being really tricky, you know? These rooks aren't connected, I'm afraid some sort of pin, and, you know, I have to move, he's taking mate. Everything can happen. I think queen where? I would like to keep this b7 defend it, because when I bring the bishop I will lose the rook. Knight c6, you know, he will destroy my pawn structure. For that endgame my pawn structure will be very weak, but actually I will have two bishops advantage here. Let's pin, he goes here. Now let's take and some. I would like to play queen e5. Why he did that? Why he thought about this? He could even take with the queen and with a bishop, but why he chooses that? Probably some rook attack from g-file, or... No, that's not gonna work. He can't move his king for bring the rook here. Yes, f4 is great. He's trying to bring bishop back here, but, you know, I will try to bring the rook. Bishop g2 back. I think knight even won't be bad here. But you know, the rook is very important. Because bishop back, rook g6 will be possible. Now it's not. Now probably h6, but h1 we can't work. We can't mate here. Okay, let's pressure something like f3. I am pressuring. Now I can't take, but what if bishop h4? I think bishop h4 will be great. I didn't play in this move because rook e2 could be possible. That second rank should be guarded. That's why knight d4 and keep this e2 guarded, okay? Alright, rook f2 won't work, and that's almost undefendable. Bishop g3, I'm gonna mate here. How we can defend? Okay, let's see how complex game. Knight d4, I'm preventing pieces from e2. The rook will only run here. f2 won't work. I think that can be only move that will defend his position from this mate. Okay, that's sacrifice. Yes, I'm gonna take. King takes. Yes, okay, he chooses to be mate here. Alright, let's make from f2. I did move. Okay, great one. Let's play another one. Let's play with him rematch. Who wants to play? Write in the chat and find me on chess.com. Play, okay? What about d4 c3 even? I think d5 and some other won't work. Okay, d3 didn't need to play that because he's helping my bishop to be active without even lose a move there. e5, where can jump the knight? d5, I'm preventing with knight c3. Here, h3. Okay, now g7 is free, but if he goes there, he can't bring the bishop. I don't know if I need to pressure or because he's down with a very much activity I'm trying to bring. So fast attack chess, do you see? Just his two pieces are active here. His files are closed for him. And I will write some sacrificing ideas to break his position more. Bishop e7 trades and knight d6. How we can defend that knight from f6? Okay, d6 and even c7. I think castle should be only move, okay? He will castle, that won't be fork. Okay, my knight can jump d6 and make some trouble. Anyway, he can't castle, his king still in the middle. He needs to just somehow take this, try to take the knight, and from me that need to just bring the knight back and not let him to take, okay? Knight back to b6 and take the bishop. So, we can even go back, but we are up a full rook. I think some trades won't disturb us. His bishop can jump. Alright, his bishop isn't active, but that's really protecting these white squares, which I will try some mates. What? Why he didn't take? That's resigning sign or some other? Alright, anyway. Queen where? Okay, he's offering a draw, let's accept. Alright, let's play with him one more game. And is there anyone who wants to play? Philippines, are you here? c5, that's the most that I would like to play. c5, c6, if you're a little bit passive player even, c5, c6 can be the best. That's very complex, okay? Protecting d5 and some tricky moves taking, and then his pawn on d5 is gonna losing some positions. You need to be sure you are not losing. Oh, pawn to c5 is coming. Abdul Manan 0 Okay, bro, find me on chess.com and send me friend request. I will play, okay? Abdul Manan. Knight c6 is taking. I am having really great pawns on the center. Rook b8. But why? He isn't even preventing me from castle. I think that should be only reason he could play, but alright. Whatever. Alright, bro, Abdul, I got your friend request. Next one I will play with you. We will end this game really fast. Okay? Let's take c2 and some like bishop back or prevent from d3, okay? It's castle. Okay, clever move from him, he's castling. Yes, Philippines, we will play. I'm saying send me challenge, but I realized you aren't in the stream. That's why I started new one. Okay, let's keep pressure his position. Okay, Abdul. What should I play here? What I am up? I'm up figure eight, but just because I have two really great pieces, bishops I mean, and the rooks can come. I will try to pressure his king side. You know, some weaknesses he has. He can't take. That's a pin he can't take. If I take, I will win a piece, okay? He needs to guard, but I think king f2 is the only move he can. He can guard or not. Okay, pawn takes, he can't take. So if he takes and tries some pins... Alright, another bishop is gonna lose, which I missed. Okay, anyway. I am up a piece, I am up a past pawn, so... Yeah, I'm gonna bring the rooks. Please don't forget about likes. And even subscribes if you want. Rook c1 won't work, and I'm happy to see that because, you know, he will force me to trade the rooks, and I couldn't make progress because his queen is defending this diagonal, and on d3 that's preventing from pushing this, okay? We can even now push the pawn, but I think rook d8 is more complex one, you know? If I somehow hang anything, I can continue to push. That's the whole difference. This is coming. Okay, that's pressured. Let's defend with... Okay, we need even to get out from this pin, like... don't know, even d7 to keep this pawn alive to defend the rook, okay? But you know, d3 I will lose the bishop. Even now the rook. Should I protect all that? How can I? Okay, a little bit annoying player, but he's doing a really great defense, okay? He's defending very well. Why he sacrificed this pawn? Queen can't take. d3 take the bishop d2. Let's calculate this. And rook d1. Okay, I will take his rook. He took the bishop d2, he can't take the rook, I will mate. Rook d1, he will lose the rook. Alright, best plan should be here with sacrificing a bishop. So let's see. Okay, how I said he lost that. The rook here, this is coming. Okay, mate into queen f1 and mate from f1. Okay, GG. I'm waiting next challenge. Who is gonna send? Okay, Abdul, are you here? Yes, Philippines. Send me challenge. I don't know your nicknames. Who sent first, I will accept, okay? Philippines, why you are not sending me? I'm waiting after my 3 or 4 games. Is that any problem you can send? You can't send, or some internet problem? Yes, bro, that's, you know, happening. I think you need to just try to attack more. Your defense is great. Philippines, please send me. I am not finding you. I have very much friends and I can't find you. Okay, Philippines. Can you send me or not? You know, when I am on the game, in the game, just you are sending me 3 games, 3 challenges. That can't happen, you know? Just come me saying you are sending more, you can't send anymore. But after next game, you can send. That's working like that, okay? If you can't send, but what's the problem, please say, because I'm not finding you to send a challenge. I'm not remembering your name. I don't know to send. You don't know how to send? That's my nickname. Find me on chats.com, and that's very easy. You will find how to send challenge, okay? That's important. A picture important plus on it, so click it and send, okay? I'm happy that I'm top 3 in your stream. Yes, you are probably top 1, bro. I'm not counted, signed at saying you're top 3. Yes, you can be top 1. Why not? Actually, you are not playing bad. Your defense is great, but you need to calculate a little bit hard, and your attack isn't good because your plans are so slow. Just see in this position, you may play a3 or like you are playing so much moves which aren't helping you. I think that's your problem. See, now about all my pieces are active. I'm trying to push and ruin his position, not letting him to bring more protection in his position. You know, he moved the bishop by forcing him to move second time, and he's not having enough time to bring his another pieces activate. Ahmed Zoda, do you understand? I don't know to send, but I am in your account. There is port sign, Philippines. Find it and click it. So if there is watch, writing watch, you need to wait until I will finish the game, okay? At the time you can send. Check Asman. Can I play next? Yes, bro, you can. I got your friend request, I accepted, so for sure we will play. While you are playing c5 when I play 4. It's called Sicilian game. I like that Sicilian because that's a little bit aggressive, so I don't recommend it to you. I think I will recommend to you just Aragon or French. When I will say 13, 1400, if someone knows trick just against that Sicilian, I'm going to drop there, and I am losing so badly. That should be really hard for you to learn, but it's actually a great move. Actually, as white pieces, there are like C4 English opening. Yes, some videos you can see, even I have one videos Sicilian game. You can see, and that should be help you improve your chess, but I will recommend to play more end games than openings. Okay, Philippines. I think you understand. When I'm finishing the game, there's a pair challenge, not watch. Challenge, okay? You need to click there, and that should be easy one. Draw with you is not bad. Alright, we got that draw. I think we have 2 or 3 draws. Yes, if you want, just, try a little bit hard, you can even beat me. I bet that's not that hard how you are thinking. It takes. I can take the rook, queen f8. Just if rook f8, I don't need that because, rook f1 he will take, and my king will be on f1, which I want. Like queen takes, I will have this f file. Oh, hardly. Alright, bro. Hello, thank you for coming. Okay, I think you enjoy your holiday. Okay, bro, no problem. I will wait for you after 3 minutes. Even we will do stream, okay? I will wait for you. Takes, we will trade the rooks first and then take the knight here if he chooses to take. Can you play e5 when your opponent played d4? England opening. Okay, I will play that. For sure I will play. Let's take... You know that's not important too much, but I am trying to kick the queen here. To just have more activity. You know, kicking a piece and getting more advantage is not bad. You are forcing him a move just with bringing your pieces activity. Right, take, bishop, take. That's equal position. Equal position. So I think bishop c5. How we can guard d7? Here's bishop f6. But we have passed pawn here. Just he has passed pawn too, but you know that's a pin. All this e file I'm gonna say closed. So that should be easier for me to push this e pawn there. For him this e pawn, okay? That's the whole difference. 3 days later is my birthday. Really? August 10, you mean? Alright, bro. I think I will remember that. Բարև աղբեր ջան։ Ինչ կա, ոնց ես? Alright, I'm gonna push this pawn. He played a4, which I can't understand. That just being free, helping to especially on that before which I jumped with the bishop, okay? So push is coming. Let's see how can I continue this. How many old you are going to be? Լավ ախպեր ես, ապրես։ Կարան քանգ հoses. Okay, let's be sure he can't check and with a pin take this c5. So now bishop is protecting. c6 he takes. I think before that I need some queen a6. Queen a6 even with a have this trade on his queen side. 9. Okay, bro. I mean, your rating is really great when you are 9 years old. Okay, let's see what queen e4 is doing. Just I am preventing bishop d4 somehow if I move the bishop from b4, which can't defend c5. Now c6 is pressured. If I go forward, he will lose the move, so I will have another move to push this. So, you know, the problem that c6 will be a little bit pressured for him. So how can I make some advantage to push that one more time and make a new queen? Even bishop c8 can be the best. King h7, I think it can be the best, the perfect move. Because, you know, if queen moves somehow, g6 won't be lost for him. I think that pawn weren't so much trouble in his position, so he needed to sacrifice the bishop, you know. Okay, I won't recommend him to sacrifice. Yes, he's doing, you know, some endgames. I think all your problems that you are not improving too much, that about your endgame skill. My record without losing 9 times? Very great, bro. 9 times isn't just a joke. Great one. Rapid blitz or bullet? Bro, miss checkmate. Bro, I think didn't miss checkmate. Yes, that's very protectively positioned. We couldn't miss checkmate, bro. That's impossible. Alright, now can I pressure this g6? Alright, and we are now this pawn move. This pawn's move can be, and I will make a new one. If I see that my pieces aren't enough for winning here, okay? Blitz. A great one. You know, if you are playing bullet chess, I will say that's a luck. I mean, so in blitz, that's crazy good, okay? Okay, how can he guard g6? I think he couldn't. King back. Check from here, king g7. I don't know. H8 mate. Okay, that mate didn't work. Um, Bishop here, he can check and take the bishop on b4, but you know everything is under control. From f7 I will mate. Who has Twitch? Please follow me on Twitch. Here he will check. Here he will check. G3, queen check. Even queen back to c2, okay, to defend. Because I'm not seeing any moves that I can defend that. So if he moves the queen f5 check, and I think at this time he can't get out from there. Alright, who is this kid? Now I'm up a figure and up a pawn, okay? Against his bishop, so that will be more easier to push. King 8, I will check and take h5, and okay, that should be winning. What is my opponent thinking? Just, if I were black, probably some to bring the king over here. Okay, not bad, you know. When he tried to trade all these pieces here, when my pawns were a little bit lower than his. Has some ideas with trading, and you know, I'm up a bishop, but with a bishop I can't win. I need some pawns in my position. That's the problem. So, you know, if I haven't this pawn, that's he can play one. Can play about 10 moves, which we will see who will gonna win there. Who is your favorite chess player? My favorite chess players, I'm gonna say, is Bobby Fischer. He's legend in his area, okay? I think Bobby Fischer, and yes, I like Magnus too much, Hikaru, as when we are talking about speed. Yes, they are great chess players. Okay, that's going to be made after some moves. Okay, let's be sure we are not stalemate this position. Okay, from the queen. Okay, great one. Who wanted to play? Who is new? Find me on chess.com, send me challenge. Philippines, where are you? I'm not remembering even your name, so I can send, okay? And I got your nickname or not. Alright, send me. Please don't forget to like and send who wants to play, okay? Bobby Fischer is my username. Yes, Bobby Fischer is my username. He's a goat, I mean. Let's play, bro. Alright. After I will finish this, I think I'm in the game, okay? Philippines, why you are not sending? I'm not got your challenge, okay? Okay, next one. I promise I won't start new one. I will play with you, okay, Philippines? Next one I will send if you want. Here, bishop back and even some queenside attack. Oh, hello, Fiji. I am fine, bro. What about you? Do you want to play? Here's knight back, but here's knight a4 even. Are you trying to improve your chess, Fiji? How your chess works going? He takes d4, okay? Still, I think I can bring the bishop on b7 on this diagonal. Actually, can be the best in my plans, okay? Like c4, I will close this position, but I think I need more open one. Like knight bring, he takes, bishop takes, but d5 he will take all that, okay? Don't know, this d5 should be a little bit weakness for me if I move the knight. I am taking your idea as c5 and try to memorize your idea. Alright, you are doing right. Yes, c5 and you are working a little bit on queen side. You know, that's a game that I didn't start too well, probably. You know, I could even some moves like g7, g6, bishop g7, you know, to open this diagonal. That's not mistake, I mean. But anyway, I'm not getting threats to just, you know, my post structure will be destroyed. Now I have really great post structures, all my 8 pawns are alive. Okay, and you need to try bring your all pieces in the center, not just remove from them. That's why I didn't take with t-pawn. Okay, so white square bishop is doing nothing, so I block this all white squares. Mistake, same thing will be. Okay, bishop is coming, castle is coming. Are you playing lichess? You know, I played a little bit, but very much time I'm not playing. Just, I think puzzles or on lichess are great. I did very much puzzles, but you know, that weren't helpful too much. The knight c5 is idea from him probably. Okay, now he can't go back just on b2. Even from b3 will be closed. Alright. Okay, we don't get some trades here. c5. I think I can pick from c5, okay? Here's d7. Let's go queen a5, and somehow if he tries to bring his knight on c5 great square, that's c3 will gonna lose. So, you know, you understand the plan. Just some moves I'm preventing from knight c5. And actually bringing activity to try to connect the rooks here. No, and the rook b1 even. This is open file, we need to bring the rooks here. But, you know, still that's not doing anything, so I will try to connect the rooks and then some rook b8 ideas. This pawn structure is very well, but if you lose one of these pawns, he's gonna lose all this structure. And that's also, I'm talking about me, okay? I think bishop d7 and pressure this. Bishop d7 and even we can suck the knight because his knight should be pressured on a5. Okay, I'm gonna take this. He takes... Yes, that's full sacrifice, but which is opening the bishop. And positions like that, yes, you don't need to bring your pieces in a pinned square there. My bishop is under attack, but I think we can let him trade that. If he's not trading, I think maybe for some knight trade to get to kick the knight from here, which is actually seems really cool. My little brother is champion of chess, but I do draw with him. Okay, great. Your little brothers. Okay, really little. I mean, when you're almost 9, I think 6 or 7 years, right? Yes, can be champion before even 6 years old. Alright, bro. That's not bad. Try to improve your chess. You should be champion one time too. Yes, Tejas. I am Armenian. Where are you from? Uh, Texas, sorry. Texas, I will say America, but your flag is Chile. Is that Chile's flag? No, he is 8. Alright. Okay, great. Great job. Oh, hello, I see bear. How are you, bro? How's your chess going? From Armenia. Yes, I am from Armenia. I could even sack the knight, you know? I'm taking and his knight should be under attack, and actually the rook. If I do, okay, all that pieces are now defended here. H6 even with some sacrifices can be. Thank you, I see there. I am fine too. My reaction is faster than Sonic. Really? I think your bullet rating should be a little bit higher. Yes, Philippines, I promised next one with you. So let's finish this and next one, okay? F5 I will fork. I'm gonna take, but how we can defend F6? Can I only speak Armenian to you? Ah yes, Ahberes. Where are you from, Armenia? Yes, you can. No problem. All my Armenian followers are speaking Armenian to me, so not problem. You know, we are taking and that's F6 is being really bad pawn here. So how can I create some threats and try to take c3, you know? I think with only 2 pieces he can defend. So we need 3 attackers, but that's so unclear. I was waiting some sacrifices. Հաճելի ախպերս, դեռ հասա Ամերիկա այցելն էլ Չիլի դրոշներ մտածեցի դժվար հայերնես, բայց լավ է, մեր մոտ էլ լիքը հայեր կան։ Լավ ես շախմատից խաղանք։ Okay, I think I'm seeing a threat to just take this pawn. Okay, can defend. Play with him, Philippines, he's poor, he's waiting too much. I know he's waiting, but he's not sending. That's the problem, but the next one for sure. Ազերքավի սուն։ Համարյան բլիցնել ատքանի չեր 2000 հասել, բայց շատ իջել է։ Ախ, պես դե չես քվով ինձ գտի, challenge ուղարկի ու խաղանք։ I'm gonna take this, but I would like to continue my attack on that queen side here. So even I would like to some sacrifices. I am down a point, but you know, piece and pawn against the rook isn't bad here. Play with me, I'm also 1920. Alright, bro. Can you find me on chess.com, send me friend request, and play, okay? We will play for sure. Philippines, say your username. No, I got his username. Don't need. I got that. Okay, let's bring the knight on and hit this square star. Knight a5 is a good move because I didn't understand these types of moves. Some types. Okay, knight f5. Yes, you need to bring your pieces really great squares here. Knight a5, it takes just. My pass should be double, but my king should be great defended. That's why I choose to play that. Yes, you just need to bring your pieces most active square there. That's what you need to play. Okay, let's trade. Knight b5, a move that I would like to play, but knight b5, my rook should be pinned here. No, nothing is pinned. Thank you too much, IC Bear 2. Here, I will trap the knight. Alright, even e4 doesn't seem bad here. Please don't forget about likes and subscribes. Here, okay, even a6 won't be bad. I thought like f3 would come to prevent from knight e4, but anyway. What is your favorite game in your career? Uh, in these chess games, you mean? Probably when I beat a player with. Ah, okay. Let's remember that I played one game with Armenian Grandmaster who had uh, 26, more than 2600. He's from top 120. I played with him against. My game was very good actually. So that was almost the wrong position, but I blundered that. I played classic against him. I think that could be the best. Բերջան, կարանք հենց էդ էլ խաղում եմ։ Այնա լավ ա, որ էդ էլ ուղարկես խաղանք։ He takes. I can't even offer some trades here. You know I have bunch of pawns. How about Gambit? Ah, okay, Gambit. As white, I would like to play Vienna. As black, I would like to play Sicilian, French. As white, Italian even. You know, even Catalan. Catalan isn't bad. 96 and then 94 after knight b5. d6, c4, b5, that won't work. b5 won't work. Just how can I go here? Yes, I think just I needed this. Centralize the knight. Okay, I see there. I'm up bunch of pawns. Let's trick him. He takes, he's getting forked. Oh, right? That's not bad. Okay, that's not bad. His rook was active. He takes, I take, he can escape, but you know, that was really tricky one. Alright, I track him. That was really tricky move, yes? Let's play percent. Okay, Philippines. We will play. After this, can you send or I need to send? Okay, my opponent played very well here. But you know, one move can change everything, literally. Here's c3 pawn push. I think I can defend this position, so I don't need to bring the king, right? Check takes. I'm wondering some sort of forks here that can be in his position. Say your username. No need. Thank you. I am Ran Ahmed Soda. I know his nickname. I think that's defended, but I can't move forward still. Ախպերս կարանք, ես Ֆիլիպինսը շատ ասպասեմ, իան մի հատ կարեմ ու խաղանք, հա? Եթե վրաշ չես. Let's check and force him to go back. If d1, I will push. Bishop back a2. Bishop e1, only one he can. He suck. You know, I will have passed pawn. Here, bishop b3. And right, what should we play? Check king c3. How can I kick his king from here and push this pawn? Fork. Yes, that was great fork. I am Ran Ahmed Soda. What is your name? Ahmed? Can I call you Ahmed? Alright, we finished. Okay, Philippines, where are you? I know you are waiting me so long time, but we can't find each other. Լավ ախպերս, էսա մի հատ խաղամ հաջորդեք ոտ։ Alright, finally we got our challenge. My name is I am Ran. I am Ran. I thought that Amran? Imran? How that called? Can you write how that's called? Uh, like with A? Imran? Your name is so hard to read, you know? I thought I am Ran in English called, but for sure not. Okay, Philippines. Finally we got each other. It is connected. Or what? Imran. Okay, Imran. Imran, right? D3, D4, okay? We have really great center. D4 is coming and some knight f3, bishop e2, everything can be. Right, why is he taking so long time for this? Grandmaster. Okay, if you aren't against, I will call you Grandmaster. Alapin? Alapin շատ ուժեղ աղբեր, Սիցիլիականի բանի դեմ. Philippines, where are you? I don't believe if you say you are thinking. Who has Twitch, please link in the pinned message. Who has Twitch, please follow me there. Super important one. Great. Philippines, where are you? Ախպերս challenge ուղղակի խաղանք է, շոշացրեցին. Okay, I think you're on the case if I abort. Who will win, 100 men or one gorilla? Gorilla's power is very much. Can I play again after him? There is a person I didn't play with him. After that, I will play with you, okay? Emran, if you aren't in a hurry. I think one gorilla will win because gorilla's power is too much. Just only one hit and one man die. Yes, you know. Alright, Karokan we have. Okay, let's try Alien Gambit. My favorite, I would say openings, why not? Alright, Emran, thank you. One hit. Ah, yes, for sure, one hit. And let's bring the rook and some 95. Take, just if I take his bishop will be active, I'm keeping this pawn for taking this. Wait a minute, please. Uh, so I would like to bring the rook and queen on that king side. H5, G5. Let's even some, I could even activate the bishop and then my another pieces. Takes, can I check and take the knight? I would like to keep my bishop here. If I not do that, probably I'm gonna lose the knight. I want brilliant move, take the pawn, he will take and check and the queen. The queen is guarded from the rook, that's why I can't. This is looking like an alien gambit structure. Yes, bro, you are absolute right. That's alien gambit where see this game. I think before this I played perfect, but okay, let's see. Hello, Nuliani. Do you want to play? Who wants to play? Find me on chess.com, send me challenge. Rook moves. Very much players are just sacrificing the rook to just remove one of my pieces because, yeah, they are not doing bad actually. Because anyway, they are up a piece because I sacrificed. Takes, bishop check, king takes, I will take d4. Takes, he will take the rook. He will take the rook, I will take a pawn. I think I'm getting my piece back. Would you like, if Italian, go into your stream? Yes, I will like, I'm going his streams and it should be fair if he goes my streams, why not? Which cartoons have you watched? I don't like too much cartoons, but I think, which cartoons I saw? Actually, wait, remember. What it remembers Nuliani? Number 4. You're too smart. Thank you, bro. You too. Uh, not the easiest one, but anyway. What do you mean, Nuliani? Okay, sorry, I'm in a hurry. Who wants to play? Please find me on chess.com, send me challenge. Now I'm a little bit in a hurry. I will play tomorrow, right? Tomorrow I will make a new stream. So I'm doing streams every day. Please don't forget to follow. I will play with you tomorrow.